More people here support Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Probably Joe Biden.
Say tomorrow you had a vote and you had the option between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Who would you be voting for? Today we are at UCLA and we're going to be asking college students who they're going to be voting for in the upcoming election between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. As you can see, UCLA has the number one because they apparently think they are number one in everything they do, and this has been a very controversial school. And now we're going to start asking students who they're going to be voting for in 2024. Say you have.
I mean, these are college kids, and I'm guilty of this too when I was in college. Most voted Democrat, so they're probably going to vote Joe Biden because he cares about people. That's basically what Democrats see themselves as, the one that cares about people. And yeah, of course you want to care about people. Again, I was guilty of it. You know, when I was a millennial, our Democrat was Barack Obama, right? Especially with him recording here in UCLA, California. You gotta believe those people are gonna vote Democrat. They're very liberal. I'd be shocked to see who's gonna vote, Trump. Very curious at a California university, right?
Had a vote tomorrow, who would you be voting for?
Probably Biden, but I'm not very happy with that vote.
What do you guys think about the current state of America, where we're heading as a country?
I don't think we want to talk about politics or anything.
Would you say?
Well, I mean, college kids, their priorities is typically not politics. Where the country's going and things like that. They don't have the life experience. They don't have the experience where they need to be making money to make ends meet so much, right? Most of them are just living off loans or their parents, they have a college fund. Most of them don't really typically have a job that requires you to pay rent. Of course, for me, speaking for myself, and there's a lot of people who are going to say it in the comments, so I might as well say it now. I worked full-time and I went to college full-time. I paid my rent, paid my bills. It was not easy, but I still ended up with 2 masters. I know there's a lot of people who are going to comment that they did something similar and what have you, but keep in mind, college priorities not there. Priorities are like getting laid, the next party, the fun college experience. They don't care so much about politics and who we're gonna vote for next. And yeah, let's just vote Democrat because they care about people. I care about people and they care about people, but they don't think about how the money is being used. You don't really understand it until you're older and you're like, dude, I'm taxed so much and everything we have still sucks. Why are we paying for something that we're not really improving on?
UCLA is more of a left-leaning school, most kids are leaning towards the left.
Yeah, I would say so. I feel like California, as a whole, is like that.
Who will you guys be supporting when it comes to elections in 2024?
I'm definitely not right. I'm definitely not supporting Trump.
With what you've seen so far in America, who do you think would be best for 2024?
I guess because I'm a foreigner, I wouldn't really vote for Trump because he is against foreigners being in America or immigrants in total.
And who do you guys think will be best?
Here's the big problem with that, right? Trump is against illegal immigrants, illegal immigration. He's fine with legal migrants, especially those who've gone to college to develop fantastic skills that the U.S. could use, but then when they're done with school, it makes it really hard for them to stay, so typically they go back. So this is this giant misconception about how Trump does not like immigrants. It's the key word. He's not for illegal immigrants. But again, I am not a Trump supporter. I just want to state facts.
To resolve the conflicts that we're currently facing?
Good question. If I'll be honest, I don't even know, man. I haven't even kept up with politics just because I'm caught up with my work. But whoever the best candidate is out there, I'm sure we'll put our heads together and vote for that. But I really don't even know who's running.
And what about you?
See, that is the best representation of what a college kid is. Right? They're like, dude, I got so much going on. I got so much homework. I have so much going on. I got to get to the next part. I'm trying to get laid, trying to get a girlfriend, trying to figure out how I'm going to make money for food, this and that. They don't care about politics, especially that young, because you're not involved in being much of an adult. You're having this fun college experience.
You, man, if you had to make the decision today you had to make the decision, Donald Trump or Joe Biden, who will you be voting for?
I probably would still abstain if I had to choose, because as somebody who's not that informed on either or, I think they both are trash and they're kind of old.
And who will be best?
I pay attention to politics and I agree with this end statement. I believe they're both trash. That's how I feel.
With the elections coming up in 2024, to resolve all the conflicts and to make this country an even better place.
Well,
See, what's voting right now, this isn't a matter of voting in politics. This is a matter of freedoms right now with democracy. Donald Trump said he would be a dictator on day one he would get in office. He admires people like Hitler and Putin and the Kim Jong-un. He wants to be a dictator. He wants to rule.
If that's true, I want someone to put that in the comments. I've heard the dictator part, but I've not found anything that says he wants to be like Hitler or Putin or Kim Jong-un or anything like that. I'd be wrong. And keep in mind, the United States is not a democracy. It's a republic, a representative governance. If you don't know the difference between democracy and republic, watch that as your next video.
Value democracy and your freedoms and your rights to pursue what you want and say what you want, I suggest you vote for Biden whether you like him or not, because Trump is going to be a dictator.
How can you support those claims of Trump wanting to be a dictator?
There's articles about it, many articles, credible articles. He said it, it's recorded, there's footage of it. It ain't no AI footage or nothing. He said it. It's all over the web. You could access it.
Okay.
From credible sources.
And what do you think about like inflation, the migrant crisis, and stuff like that that's also happening here inside the country?
It's getting bad. It's hard to live out here right now. These corporations are making 75% profit right now. So they need to be regulated. That's the main.
75% profit of what? Of like last quarter? And you're lumping all of them with one sum? Is it by average, median?
Issue right now. I would say that's the main problem.
And why do you think the majority of college students in the country are for Joe Biden currently?
Because of his student debt relief he has been providing. He has provided billions of debt relief for students across the country. Of course, you have to qualify, and I don't know the qualifications to do that, but he has provided that ability and choice to do that, which students are thankful for, I believe.
So do you think with Joe Biden doing that with the student debt, it's making more people want to vote for him, especially college students?
Especially loans are unforgiving with interest rates, and it's hard to pay them off for many people. Many people don't have the opportunity to do so because we're not all given the same opportunity as others. And Biden is given the opportunity to relieve that debt, which I admire.
And do you think that is like one?
The college debt thing, yeah, I think Biden votes that way. Having, relieve student debt, people vote Democrat because they know so many people have student loan debt. They know. And I'm for student loan debt relief, but not at the expense of the taxpayers. I think the people who should pay off these student loans are the universities who price gouge students for past, 2-3 decades? But then again, it's the government who just gave these guaranteed loans. Maybe they do have some fault. Or these universities says, dude, you guaranteeing us this money? Oh, okay, we'll charge more. Dude, they're biting. They're going to keep giving us money. Let's charge more for tuition next year. Oh my God, they keep giving us all this money. Charge tuition up next semester and each semester. They're still paying us way more. This is ridiculous.
One way that Joe Biden will be able to gain more votes from college students, obviously, with that debt relief.
Oh, man, definitely. Irrefutably.
I talked to some people here, and they said that they'll be voting for Joe Biden because of the student loan forgiveness that he's going to be offering. Do you think that's a way that he's going to be able to win votes from the college students?
I think so, yeah.
What do you think about the current state of America?
The current state of America? Like in general, I think there's definitely things that we can work on, for sure, always. Do I think it's the best country to live in at the moment? Probably not.
We're going to be having elections in 2024, and this is like a big year where a lot of people like you and other college students' voices are able to be made heard. And who do you think will be best to run the country in this upcoming year?
I don't think either of them are great candidates, I won't lie.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just gotta pick the lesser of the evils.
Mm-hmm. We hear a lot of the lesser of the two evils. And what makes both candidates per se evil?
I just think they don't represent the majority of the population. I think it boils down to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And say tomorrow you had a vote.
That's kind of how I feel. But then I feel about that with most politicians. They don't represent the people first. Maybe they do at some extent. But they have to return the favors for their donors, right? The donors got them in. And then now those politicians have to return the favors. And if they're able to, they'll get around to some of the people's needs, their constituents' needs, right?
And you had the option between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Who would you be voting for?
think maybe Biden. Yeah, if I had to choose.
And what is the absolute truth right now?
Absolute truth. Well, I'm a Christian, so the Bible.
And do you think that America is currently following the teachings of Jesus Christ and what is taught in the Bible?
Nah, man.
What reason do you have for that?
If everybody was Christian, we'd see signs of the Holy Spirit in everybody, but we see like record high levels of depression and anxiety, right? But I know the Christian isn't always joyful and all these good things, but I don't know. I mean, that's one of the signs.
Okay, I really like that. I'm also a Christian myself, and this year we're going to have elections in 2024, and who do you think will be the best presidential candidate to lead the country in these upcoming years?
Who are the candidates? I don't really follow politics.
Yeah, the college kids. I'm surprised they don't follow politics with how crazy and how you see their face on memes and everything, right? Maybe America does need Jesus.
Talked to a lot of students here at this school here at UCLA, and the majority of them say they're going to be voting for Joe Biden. We haven't heard one person say they're going to vote for Donald Trump. What would it take for Donald Trump to win your vote?
Probably if he like showed some fruit of the Holy Spirit.
Do you think Joe Biden shows fruit of the Holy Spirit?
I think he's gentle.
What advice would you give to one of them to win the votes of the students here?
Oh, wow. Listen to the people. Take this seriously. These generations are not taking kindly to things like what's happening in Gaza, and they're very serious about making their voices heard. So if you want to seriously be the candidate, take it seriously. Listen to the people. Pay attention to what's happening here.
And who will you be voting for in 2024?
Honestly, I'm undecided. I'm not sure yet. Probably Joe Biden, because I can't support Trump. But yeah, it's definitely a lesser of two evil kind of situations, if I'm honest. But yeah.
Okay, we've heard a lot of that claim, the lesser of two evils. And what would make each candidate evil?
Well, Trump, I think the reasons are pretty obvious. There's a lot of hatred that's coming back to the surface, and I think he kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? He thrives in that space and kind of almost encourages it. And Biden,
I would like to hear an example.
I don't know. I don't know if he's necessarily evil. He just hasn't done enough. He's just not effective enough from what I've seen.
Okay. And so do you think we'd be safer underneath Donald Trump or Joe Biden with what's going on with like the wars and all that stuff?
Honestly, I would still say safer under Biden just because at least he's not inciting hate the way that Trump is. Trump is just very dangerous.
I want to hear what's inciting hate. Or is it like hate? I mean, gosh, that word hate's been like misused like crazy in today's day and age, right? It's like, oh, you don't agree with me, therefore you're a hateful person. You promote hate.
Okay, some people may say he's not inciting hate, but he is paying for it with the U.S. tax dollars going to Israel, Ukraine, stuff like that. Do you think it's right that we are funding these other wars across the world?
No, I don't. Sadly, I don't think he's going to do anything about stopping that anytime soon, but no, I don't think it's right.
And who are you?
No, that's right. Paying for these two wars, the military-industrial complex still needs to get paid. Just because the U.S. is not directly in wars, they can still fund it to other countries and support one country. They don't even care if they win or lose. As long as that money gets approved by the government, this way these industries, military-industrial complex industries like your Raytheon, your Lockheed Martins, whatnot, they get paid. And they want to keep getting that money to come in that way. That's all they care about.
Voting for in 2024?
Me personally, Donald Trump. But everybody here, they say Joe Biden.
Why do you think all these college students want to vote for Joe Biden?
Personal gain, I guess. I don't know. I think it's just embedded in their blood. So they get told one thing and I'll just say that.
What makes you want to vote for Donald Trump?
Personally, I'm not into I don't pay attention a whole ton, but I just know life from 2016 to 2020 was a hell of a lot better than it's been from 2020 to 2024. So that's what I base that off of.
And does Joe Biden
don't like the last 4 years with Biden? There's just like chaos all the time, and it's a main focus. So.
And does Joe Biden's age and cognitive level scare you a little bit?
Hell yeah.
That is the end of this video. If you'd like.
If you have not subscribed to him, please do so and give him a like. I definitely am subscribed to Nick Shirley, but I definitely will like that video. But that last person he interviewed, I feel like most adults feel that way. That the 4 years under Trump were better than the 4 years under Biden. Maybe I'm wrong. But me personally, my life experience was better under Trump. As much as I hate to say that. I wish he was not the Republican candidate, but it sucks. But Joe Biden, like, life under Joe Biden has been sucked with like increased inflation and whatnot. He's not doing much to contain it. And the wide open borders of letting all the illegals coming in, like, we should have some idea of like who's coming in so we can make sure we're not letting in criminals. Yeah, I understand people want to be free and come to the U.S. for the American dream, but hey, there's an extra step. We need to know if you're a criminal or not. We need to keep the country safe. Anyway, that's my thoughts on this video. This is a really good video. So be sure to like and subscribe it. I'll have the video in the description below. Other than that, if you made it this far, please subscribe to my channel. I believe I deserve it. And make sure to hit the like button and comment below. Take care.